close rivalries on the schedule anymore.
Yeah, it's the only one we got left. So hopefully our kids take it to heart. I know what it means to our coaching staff, and I know what it means to our fans. So, and I think our kids understand. I mean, we have enough guys that have been here and have played in this game and know what it means to us. And, so I think they'll respond.
Turnovers are always key, but especially a rivalry game on the road, and that was certainly the case a year ago, the opposite way for West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, we turned it over. We got some turnovers, and we turned it over. I don't know what we came out of the game with last year, maybe -2, but that was a turning point in the game. A couple of turnovers hurt us, and we had a couple in our hands that we dropped. That could turn the game away. Jared Barber, Jared dropped 2 picks on the first drive. So, but our kids have to, and we have to do a better job as a defense to get turnovers. I mean, we got 1 this year, so that's not good enough. And we need at least 4 to be in this game.
After film review, anything in particular you want to clean up?
Yeah, I mean, again, we had opportunities. We dropped an interception that they ended up catching. The quarterback had dropped the ball on one of the sacks, and it fell right back in his lap. We have to do a better job of just getting the ball out. And then when we tackle people, we have to put our hat in the right place, and start tackling the proper way, and maybe have a draw a ball or 2 out. And then we have to secure tackles and rip at it, and that's going to be stressed all week long because Maryland right now is struggling with turnovers. I mean, they're putting up. They gave up a bunch already in the year after 2 games. So, we're going to go out and try to get that ball as much as we can.
Any more premium on pressure, considering that Brown becomes a little erratic, I guess as most quarterbacks do if flushed?
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can get there, you got to pick and choose when you want to pressure them, because when you do it, you're leaving DBs one-on-one with Diggs and Long, and 82 is not bad either. So you have to make sure we get it at the right time, make sure we can hit home with it.
Kwiatkowski seems to be up to his same old tricks as last year. What makes him such a good athlete to get sideline to sideline so quickly?
Well, he was a kid that played tailback and safety in high school. And when he got to college, I don't know if he just ate a little too much or what, but now he's a linebacker and he's an athletic linebacker. So, the same thing with Tonker. Isaiah, I mean, all our kids at Golson, I mean, we feel that we got linebackers that can run. Muldrow's doing some good things, Shaq Petaway. So all those guys in the linebacker room right now, we feel pretty athletic and could run.
You mentioned Shaq. Do you think he's a guy that can get more time?
Shaq Petaway's going to play a lot of football this year. So he's just got to keep him healthy and keep him on track. And I could see that coming in camp. Every day he was getting a little better, a little more confident, and he's doing some great things. He was added to the nickel package, and then obviously he got in normal down and distance situations this past week. But you could see it in practice. It wasn't only against Townsend. I've been seeing it for the last couple of weeks, so really like where he's at.
Still comfortable with the depth, obviously, if Tonkery can't go this week?
Yeah, like where we're at. I feel comfortable with Isaiah, Shaq, all those guys of getting in, and, next guy in's got to pick it up and go with it. That's what we got to do. We got to go play the game.
You mentioned Isaiah and Shaq there. Those guys did come in last week and seemed like they made the most of their opportunities. Can you talk about that and what they were able to do coming off the bench for you?
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing with both of those kids is they played a lot of football. So it wasn't like that was their first time in, and Isaiah started a lot of football games here and has been very productive. So I was very comfortable with him, and thought he played well. And the same thing with Shaq that I just talked about. I mean, he's playing really well right now, playing with a lot of confidence, and he's a great blitzer, very explosive kid. So I love the way he plays.
Mentality-wise, how's Bruce handled? I mean, he was a 2-year starter coming in, and now he's playing in a reserve role and fighting for his time. Have you seen a change out of him and kind of the challenges to keep a guy engaged and fighting there?
No, I mean, because nobody has, we go day to day on starters. It's not game to game every 2 weeks, or it's every day you got to go out and earn it. And Isaiah's been doing a great job. He's a kid that, understands our scheme. He's a smart kid, loves West Virginia, and, he's all in. I don't worry about Isaiah at all. I mean, he's going to do exactly what he's supposed to do. And, and I don't consider him backup. I mean, we can only put 3 guys out there, understand that, but you know, he's going to play a bunch for us too. So.
Coach, getting back to the depth question, two games under your belt, one against a top-ranked opponent. How much difference does that feel this year, having improved depth compared to last year?
Yeah, it's easy to look over and put another guy in and not worry as much about what's this guy gonna, how's he gonna react, and and you could go through our roster on defense and say, well, this guy started the game, that guy started the game, and right now they may not be the first 11 out there. So that's when you know that you're doing something right. And our staff's done a great job in recruiting, and it's built back up. I mean, we've got 85 guys on scholarship right now. So.
Asked Dane about covering Maryland's receivers. He kind of laughed and said, "Better get used to it." In the Big 12, I mean, this is kind of par for the course. You talk about the challenges that Maryland does present, and I guess just kind of how heading into conference play, just that this is, I guess, going to be what you guys see on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, they have 3 really good wideouts. And again, you have to pick and choose of what you want to give up, when you want to give it up. If we pressure, we either got to bring them all and try to affect the quarterback, or we got to bring 4 and drop 7 out and try to manipulate some coverage to get it to the right place. So it's difficult because it scares you a little bit to call a lot of blitzes. Because